Welcome to Yellow Brick Road. I am Jordan, and today, JD Vance and Marco Rubio give zero fucks about committing war crimes. But first, watch this drive.
Now watch this drive.
A George Bush quote. Yeah, well, I don't play golf. Oh, and I did 30 years ago. I don't have time for that.
That was a good shot,
Amazing.
right?
Alex Jones dumps.
Yeah.
That was a good shot, right? That was clean. But before I get started, don't forget to share, support, and hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, check out the Discord if you want to join up on that, talk some shit, get wrecked in debates, whatever the fuck you want to do. Watch movies, listen to music, all of that is very much welcome. All links, description box. All right. Here we have JD Vance. And of course, he's playing defense because they openly committed a war crime in front of everyone, recorded it, and then showed it to everyone. That's what I'm saying. Like very brazen.
Which war crime? Which war crime we talking about here?
The one where you have random guys in boat in international waters and you fucking strike them with like a fucking missile or something. Yeah.
Oh, Venezuela. Okay.
Yeah. That's just a blatant crime against humanity and any sense of morality. But JD Vance playing cover here, he says, killing cartel members who poison our fellow citizens is the highest and best use of our military. Like, is it? To willy-nilly say, fuck international law, we could just bomb them without telling anyone about it, not even your own people. Did you bother to ask us if we wanted you to do that or not, JD Vance? Of course not, because you're a fucking devil worshiper. He's a techno devil worshiper. Let's call him that. And you have this guy, Brian Krasenstein. I've seen this guy around, like, especially back when, like, Bernie and Hillary. This guy screams full of shit to me. Like a fucking, like a Democratic Party plant sounding type of person. That's what he reminds me of, but I can't say, and I didn't look too much into him. But he says in response, killing the citizens of another nation who are civilians without any due process is called a war crime. Which I agree with. Not calling them regular civilians. They could have been drug dealers for all I know. Either way, it's fucking wrong. It's devil worshipping behavior. Where you make yourself the judge, the jury, and executioner without talking to anyone else about it. Anyways, in response to this, JD Vance says, I don't give a shit what you call it. It's like, wait, you're supposed to, that's your job. Your job is to care about things like that, right? If you're supposed to be like, not the ruler of America, you're supposed to be like a manager for, okay, how do I take what Americans want and make it happen on the government level and internationally? Like, you're supposed to represent us. This guy's like, well, I don't care if you call it a war crime. Fuck do I care? It looks more like he's going for like a one-liner thing than he is actually saying actual policy. But it still looks like absolutely stupid, and it makes sense for people to screenshot the shit out of this. Let's be honest. Because he might have to delete this at some point. You can see here, in response to him, killing 11 people in this way could be classified as an extrajudicial killing under international human rights law, potentially exposing U.S. officials to responsibility. Good luck in 2029. Any idea what the penalty for such a crime would be? Well, these guys are already overseeing, once again, war crimes all across the world. This incident is not isolated, bro. You have Gaza, you have Somalia, you have Syria, you have Iran, you have Yemen, you have blatant Sudan, you have war crimes across the fucking world that these guys are committing. And let's be honest, the past administrations as well. To Biden, to Obama, to Bush, and keep Clinton, Bush again, Reagan, just keep going down the line. You're going to find war criminals up and down the fucking thing, including guys like JFK. That people think is like, oh, he's a fucking saint. No, he's fucking not. No, he's not. Is it possible he meant well? Sure. I'll leave room for anyone. But the actions that were done under his fucking watch, yeah, there's war crimes in there too. Jimmy Carter, same thing. So, these guys have been doing this stuff. It's just, usually they keep their fucking mouth shut about the war crimes they're doing. This guy's like, yeah, we're doing a war crime, and I don't give a shit what you call it. I don't give a fuck. That's this guy's fucking response. That's your vice president saying that. And by the way,
Well, do you know anything about what they claim, at least, what they were doing? The ship or whatever we shot?
11 narco terrorists transporting drugs like fentanyl to the United States. But another guy, I did a video on this yesterday. Did I put that out? I don't think I put it out yet. It's recorded though. And this guy who's like an army dude, right? He's like, yo, according to where they were going, it wasn't even to the United States. So he's like, yo, it's someone coming from one foreign country going to another foreign country, and you bomb them as they're on their way there.
Well, I read a headline. And it was a claim of how much drugs they were running or whatnot. So that's why I mentioned that, because like, don't leave that part out. Like, what the claim by the Trump administration is, just so it's like fair reporting.
Fair enough. But for me, it's basically irrelevant. It's relevant, but it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant because they did it without talking to anyone. They didn't ask anyone, hey guys, should we do this? They just said, these are bad guys. We blew them up. You don't do something first and explain afterwards. If you want to be someone that's quote unquote responsible. Right? That shouldn't be happening. It's like the same as like the Soleimani strike. Didn't consult anyone. Ramped up tensions with a foreign country that Americans didn't even realize that America was at war with. Not a hot war in like direct, combat and fucking military versus military. But in all intents and purposes, yes, they're at war with Iran. They're still at war with Iran. That's still happening. Just like we were at war with Russia the entire time. For years before they invaded Ukraine, we were at war with Russia. Like, people need to like see that, like really hear that idea, because it seems like it gets like really skipped over quite a bit for people's understanding. And then something happens, like the U.S. just bombs Iran one day. They're like, what the fuck happened? Where'd that come from? And it's like, it didn't come from nowhere. All these things were being built up the entire time. And if you see the U.S. where they maybe ramp up attacks on Venezuela, if that like a hot war kind of thing happens, don't say you weren't warned. This guy said, we'll commit war crimes. We don't give a fuck. Remember the Yemen thing? Where they openly bombed someone and said, hey, look at the fuck we did. And allegedly, that was just a circle of civilians. By the way, I got a warning or what was it, like partially visible video in that Yemen video I did, because I think they were calling me a liar about Trump administration committing a war crime, then putting it on camera, then showing the rest of us. Oh well, according to the United States government, those are terrorists. See how easy it is, guys? You don't like them? Terrorists. Blow them up. Tell us after. Yeah, those guys were there. Yeah, blow them up. Thank you. My fellow Americans. I'll do the Trump voice. My fellow Americans. There was bad guys out there. We had to blow them up. Sorry, we couldn't tell you beforehand.
It's okay.
Sit
it's
down.
Okay, we renewed the Patriot Act.
Exactly.
It's okay, we renewed the Patriot Act.
Which
if we say they're terrorists, they're terrorists. Therefore, we can do all kinds of things to terrorists because of the Patriot Act.
Exactly, and there's no limit. There is no jurisdiction. Anywhere goes. Guess what? And even Americans count too. They've killed Americans doing this. Doing extrajudicial fucking killings. Obama did it. Trump did it. Yeah, they've killed Americans too. I don't care about those people over there. Oh wait, they're killing us too. Fuck. Yeah, don't say the right thing. Or sorry, don't say the wrong thing and be in the wrong country. Don't do that. You'll get blown. They'll blow you up. They have apparently all the legal leg room to fucking do that, or leeway or whatever. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, but we can't get the left and the right to agree on isolationism.
Well, they're both warmongering parties. I mean, that's clear as day.
Right.
You have individuals that speak out about against certain things, but for the most part, the overwhelming majority is gun ho for fucking war, and war, taking over countries, regime changing them, and then start building McDonald's in there. Boom! Look how nice this place is now. There's McDonald's everywhere. There's hotels everywhere. Wow, we fixed it. Good fucking job, guys. No one asked you to do that. No one. But then again, they know they're not serving us. They know that. They're serving themselves and their friends. For their interest, not for ours. If you don't wake up to that, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like, I don't know how many bricks you're gonna have to take to the fucking forehead before you realize something. That's not me saying violence against you. I'm saying metaphorically, we're fucking throwing you softballs and you don't fucking get it still. We're giving you layups. Hey, war crime. Hey, man, this is a war crime. I don't give a shit. What more do you need for an IQ test? What more do you actually need to hear? They commit war crimes, videotape it, put it on fucking Twitter, shows everyone, and no one gets in trouble for that. In fact, there's dumb fucks, like this devil worshiper, cheering it on. By the way, I think this guy's in devil worshipping territory for me. This Nick Sorter guy, 100%. When the administration can do no wrong, commit blatant acts, like criminal acts in front of everyone, and you have some fuckface cheering it on. Oh, he's not. I don't think he's doing that for his own enjoyment. I think he's doing it for you, the audience. He wants you to latch onto it. Then he'll probably scroll through his comments, find the dumbest response to his comment, and say, look what these woke lefties are doing. To trick you. It's not for him. It's for you guys. Well, I'm sure he makes money off of tweeting shit out. But still. His job is to trick you. Anyways, let's hear from Marco Rubio. Another guy's just basically going to say, fuck the rule of law. Like, fuck all that shit. Who cares? We can do what we want. Here we go.
No, you're wrong in your question. Number one, Venezuela is a major source. And the reason why is the following. And I've seen a lot of this reporting, and it's fake reporting, and I'll tell you why. It says that somehow Venezuela is not involved in the drug trade because the UN says they're not involved in the drug. I don't care what the UN says. The UN doesn't know what they're talking about. Maduro.
Now, I ask you, hey, my fellow Americans, is that a good enough reason? Is that a good enough excuse? Is that a fucking argument even? I ask you. Because I'm confused. They keep getting away with shit like bland, no evidence-based statements. And these are the responsible people that are supposed to take care of Americans and be the world's good guy? You should be insulted. They're insulting your intelligence.
Is indicted by a grand jury in the Southern District of New York. That means the Southern District
you don't like
of New
those
York
guys, right?
presented the
But wait, you don't like those guys. What are you talking about? Southern District of New York? Isn't that where Comey's daughter was working? Weren't they hiding the Epstein files in there? You guys don't like them, but now you're using them as a source for why you committed a war crime. And why you're going to continue to do war crimes. Got it. Okay.
by a grand jury in the Southern District of New York. That means the Southern District of New York presented the evidence to a grand jury, and a grand jury indicted him. And then a superseding indictment came out that was unsealed about a year and a half ago that specifically detailed Maduro's actions. So
And Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, we know you can lie to us, dummy, fucking devil worshiper, narco Rubio. Fucking hell. And by the way, this is not isolated to Republicans. So that's why, I wanted to point out, these guys have this faux arguments about, oh, we don't like the Democrats. Meanwhile, when it comes to topics like this, these guys work hand in hand with each other. I mean, good luck picking since Chavez took over Venezuela, right? It's Maduro now, but when Chavez took over, each presidency has been trying to subvert Venezuela the entire time, documentedly. For Trump fans that were apparently asleep during the first administration and that don't like this action, If you don't like this action, guess what? He was doing it in his first administration. Duh. Granted, he greased a little bit more wheels in the private sector rather than like directly hitting them himself. You had mercenaries, ex-Green Berets and shit like that trying to get into Venezuela. They were caught, but they were trying to get into Venezuela to help overthrow the fucking government. And they were paid by guys like fucking. I forgot the guy's first name. It was I think a child of Bob Kraft. Am I tripping? I could be fucking that up. It's like the Kraft mac and cheese fucking company, that shit. These guys were paying these dudes to do that. And you have to ask yourself, what the fuck would a macaroni fucking company or whatever the fuck they make, cheese or whatever, what the fuck are they, what would it have to do with overthrowing Venezuela's government? It's like, well, go look in the history books. The U.S. has been at this for a long time. The Dulles brothers and United Fruit, where they bought up territory from Venezuelans, Americans going into Venezuela, buying up territory so citizens can't have it, and starting up companies and paying them with cheap fucking labor. Like low wages. Slave wages, if you will. To pick the fruit of their own country to send back to us. And then they charge us like double, triple, quadruple the price. You ever heard of Dulles Airport? You ever heard of the Warren report, right? With JFK? His name Alan Dulles? Yeah, that guy was like one of the heads of that thing. And he's kind of regarded as like one of the first CIA people. And yet he's running fruit picking operations in fucking Venezuela, or not in Venezuela, sorry, in South America. I didn't mean Venezuela, South America. Is the picture being painted now? The merging of government and giant corporations together, working together to fuck the world over, and to fuck you over too, by the way. You're not immune to this. It all comes back to you. Hey, you guys mad about, illegal immigration, people leaving their countries to come here? You guys mad about that? Why are they leaving? You ever ask yourself that? Why is Bill Clinton building more and more border walls right as he's enacting NAFTA? Why is that happening? Why were they holding this World Trade, this WTO thing in Seattle and bashing in the skulls of Americans who were protesting it? Why would they do all that? Because of woke leftists? Is that what it is? Just admit you got tricked and move the fuck on. Like, learn more. Learn better. You got to admit you fucked up first. Here's more from Narco Rubio.
For one, let there be no doubt, Nicolas Maduro is an indicted drug trafficker in the United States, and he's a fugitive of American justice. For your...
I mean, brilliant. That's just brilliant. I mean, like I said, they can deem you, random American, they can deem you a fucking terrorist. They can deem you a fucking narco trafficker. They could do that. All it takes is some pens and some paper signed, and you're that all of a sudden. And people who leap out at any of these stories without if I don't hear like empathy first, if I don't hear that, I assume you're full of shit. With no consideration, no nuance, no looking at like what's possible here. I assume you're full of shit then. Like the Nick Sorter guy or the Tim Pool type people. There's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree or disagree. Good luck disagreeing. I don't know what the fuck you disagree with in this one. It's pretty blatant what's happening here. It's called, we have money and power, we can do whatever the fuck we want. You can't. Like, hey, let's say five dudes ran up on your front lawn, was knocking on your door, and let's say they were trying to kick in your door. Let's say that. And you pull your gun out and you fucking shoot them. And you kill them all. Guess what happens to you after that? even though it could be a blatant case of self-defense or protecting your property or whatever the fuck. There's a whole investigation. You get arrested. You get called into questioning. They have to like figure out what the fuck happened here and who's liable here. Who's in trouble here? These guys? Nah. They can willy-nilly kill someone in international water with these crazy military technology things, missiles and shit like that. And nothing happens afterwards. They're good. No investigation. Like, the best investigation you're going to get is journalists. And guess what? They're hamstrung. Because they're going to have to go through all this fucking red tape just to get to, like, some pieces of legitimate information. And good luck even finding where the fuck they were in regards to, like, international waters and shit like that to investigate anything. Good fucking luck. But tell me in the comment section, whatever. Don't forget to check out the links in the description box. If you want to join the Discord or donate to a charity, please do so. And with all that said, give this video a thumbs down. Stupid.
Say you wanna get in.